So Campnano is tomorrow. There's last minute planning going on, I'm sure, with everybody. I just want to say my project that I had all ready to go in here. No, this way. So see when you're watching the camera as well, is in here. I've changed my mind about it altogether. What I want to do instead is carry on with the main project that I'm working on just now. And that means that I really don't need to do much prep because I've got it all planned out already. And I keep my notes as I go along in here. You know, when I'm writing out things. And I've also got this. Now, what I used to do, I used to have a big keep forgetting you're over here, A1 mount board that I used. I would make, you know, your vision boards. I would plan out my books and things like that. I would draw the maps. Because I'm a fantasy writer, we need our maps. All that sort of thing. So I would do that. And then, because I really don't know why actually, I think because it got quite bulky, I decided, oh, I'll try all these, you know, putting it in a planner and things like that, which I do like. Don't get me wrong, I love my planner and I use it quite a bit. But for that, I was just started using notebooks and things, and it was fine. And I was trying out the, where did I put it? You know, like this Kanban thing. That heart breathings I was doing, and it was quite a good idea, but I didn't particularly like it for my writing. I started using it more for personal things because I could just hang it up, you know, either in the kitchen or in my hall or something like that, and then I could see what I was doing. But I did miss, spluttered that there. I did miss not having like a visual board of things like I used to do. And then I saw, I think it was Shannon Caper, her video, you know, and she just had a big like A1 card, I think it was, or paper, just with our notes on it. And I thought, you know what, I'm going back to my old method because I kind of miss it. I like just having it sitting there in front of me, and I can just, you know, I can just check it as I'm going along. And then you can put things on it as well, or write things on it, take it off, whatever. You can replace things easily or add things. It doesn't really matter. So this is what I've got. So this is the board. I've started just writing out, you know, the plot points of the cards that I was putting on, you know, this kind of record cards. So I started putting on that, and I've got a little note bit down the side there as well. And then I can just do that, and then I've got notes stuck on here because I need to rework these chapters because they're no longer correct. And it just got quite, yeah, I really enjoyed doing that. And it seems more of a, it keeps it there in front of you so you can look at it all the time. Hold on, I'm going to turn you again. It got, with this sitting here, well, I don't actually sit it right there. I'll have it over here up against the wall. It just meant it kept me in track because I do tend to want, even with my outlining and things like that, if it's not right there in front of me, I tend to wander off and it takes me back. So then, you know, I went too far in one direction. My outline's kind of what, you know, to get to the points and things like that. It's kind of off track a bit, so I have to do it, kind of trim back, sort things out and all that. Whereas if I do it when I'm just doing the first draft, it would save me a lot of time in the long run. It'll keep me on track. That's what I'm trying to say. So the other reason I want to stick with this project is, I don't know if you remember, I think it was a few videos back, I mentioned that I I think it was during when I had to quarantine myself, even though I was fine, but it was a just in case. And I kind of had a bit of a mind shift then of what I really want to do. Now did have, I thought, the business side of things. If you want to do this for a living, then you have to think of it as a business, blah, 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 all that sort of stuff. So I was thinking about that and, setting up my website, and I still need to sort out my newsletter, but things like that. And it was only actually recently, I don't even know what was going on at the time. I don't know, it was something that and it just gave me this sort of mind shift. I just said it. So this mind shift that I had during my little quarantine, it made me realise that I still hadn't been taking things seriously. I still needed to concentrate on getting a product done and out there, instead of all this, writing drafts, and then because it was something that stuck. And also at the same time, the Dragon book, if you recall, which is this one, that I'd started, practically finished, just the first draft, obviously. And then it's like, nope, something's not right. So I had to kind of jig it, and it still wasn't right. I even had a couple of beta readers read it, and they liked it, but it's just like, nope, there's still something not right. So I put it to the side for a couple of months, I think. And I kind of wrote rough drafts of things. I didn't always finish them. And it was during this time as well that I suddenly had an aha moment for this book, and I realised what it was I was doing wrong, and that I needed to really just sort of streamline it more and all that sort of. So that's what I did. So with that mind shift for thinking of things as a business, and then also having this epiphany for this Dragon book at the same time, it really made me sit up and take notice about what I want to do. So although I was going to do a project that I had kind of started anyway, the first couple of chapters I'd done, I was going to do more on that. I thought, no, what I should do, if I'm really serious, is the 30,000 words that I want to write for camp, I should actually write in this main project, and then I can just have the majority of it done, if not finished. So that's what I'm going to concentrate on. It will be a case of just, I'm going to write as much as I can. I mean, I live alone, so I don't really need to. Try to think. I don't need to think about anybody else's feelings except mine, because. So what I mean is, I live alone, so there's not somebody else here that I have to take into consideration for time and things like that. My time is my own, except for when I go to work, which is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. So from a Wednesday dinner time to, well, the Saturday usually to up to Sunday morning, I will just be writing as and when I can, but the rest of the time I want to sit down and just focus entirely on my writing. Except my son's coming over this afternoon, just to, make that a lie. My son's coming over this afternoon. They've got a free turkey at work, so we're having turkey in June. Well, the last day of June, which is a bit weird to me. But anyway, so that's what I want. So those two things happen. The mind shift for taking things seriously, my writing seriously as a business, and also the epiphany I had for the Dragon book that I've been writing for what seems like forever. I know some of you will be saying, well, why bother? But I had this epiphany and I thought, oh, that's what it is. And it's funny, you just leave it for a couple of months and then it's like, I wasn't even thinking about it at the time. I wasn't even thinking about writing at the time, or books or anything. I think I was just getting ready for bed. And then all of a sudden it was like, hello, this idea's here. You're like, that's what it is. So I'm not going to ignore it. I've grabbed it by the horns, wrestled it to the ground, and now I'm going to get it written. So I am actually, I mean, it completely changed the the story. I've still got the main elements in it, but the story itself is different. So I'm about halfway through this manuscript after writing out a new plot and outline and things like that. Although the outline, I have to say, it's not quite as thorough as it should be, because I just wanted to get it started and get it up and running. So I'm really excited about that. Camp starts tomorrow, and I had wanted to do live streams. I tried another live stream today, and on my end, on the StreamYard side of things, it seemed to be fine. It wasn't lagging or anything, but then when I watched it back on YouTube, it was lagging and it was just out of sync. After the first sprint, it went out. So yeah, that was a bit annoying. And I think it's because I use Windows 10, and apparently there's a glitch in Windows 10 that if you use Google Chrome to share screen, it completely crashes. So yeah, I don't know what I'll do with that one. I'll have to think. I don't want to have to buy a new laptop or anything like that, because I just got the bugger to work again. Oh, anyway, I hope everybody's plans for Campnano are going well. I hope you're all excited / nervous / motivated to get your words in, or whatever it is you're doing for this camp. I hope you like this video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.